Could the Vancouver Canucks be on the verge of a major reunion? Rumors are swirling that a beloved former blue liner could be making his way back to the West Coast, and fans are buzzing with anticipation. While it's still speculation at this point, the idea of reuniting with someone who once anchored our defense has us all wondering, could this be the move that transforms our season? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video so you never miss a moment of Canucks action. Elliotte Friedman, one of the most respected voices in NHL commentary, recently posed an intriguing question. Could the Vancouver Canucks be looking to reunite with Nikita Zadorov? After leaving the team as a free agent back in July, Zadorov has been a topic of conversation among fans and analysts alike. The idea of bringing him back certainly stirs up a mix of emotions for us Canucks supporters. With the Canucks on the hunt for one of the top 4 defensemen available in the trade market, the options are starting to pile up. We've seen the names of several potential targets pop up recently, including Marcus Pettersson, Rasmus Andersson, Mackenzie Weegar, and even Mike Matheson. But the question remains, is Zadorov the best fit for this team? Friedman noted that it might make sense for the Canucks to consider Zadorov again, especially given how much they seem to miss his presence on the blue line this season. He described it as a strange idea, but one that resonates with many of us who remember the impact Zadorov had during his time in Vancouver. He was a solid option, contributing not just defensively, but also with his physical play. You can't help but wonder, would bringing him back be a step in the right direction? However, let's not kid ourselves. There are hurdles to clear. Zadorov signed a hefty 6-year contract with the Boston Bruins, worth $5 million per season. For the Canucks to make this work, the Bruins would need to retain a portion of his salary while also parting ways with a player, potentially Nils Höglander, alongside a defenseman like Vincent Desharnais or Derek Forbort. That's a complicated puzzle to solve, especially with Boston not having the greatest season so far, which has led to some major changes, including the firing of head coach Jim Montgomery. The Bruins are in a precarious position. They may decide to hold on to their players in hopes of turning their season around rather than dismantling their roster. So, the question looms, would they be willing to trade Zadorov, knowing he's a key piece of their defense? It's a tough call. As we look ahead, the coming weeks and months will be crucial for the Canucks. They're clearly on a mission to add a top-tier defenseman, and it feels like we are on the brink of something significant. But will it be Zadorov? It's a tantalizing possibility, but it comes down to logistics and the willingness of both teams to make a deal. For us fans, the anticipation is palpable. Canucks management has their work cut out for them, and I, for one, am eager to see how this all unfolds. Do you believe that bringing Zadorov back would be the best decision? I have to admit, I'm torn on this one. He certainly brings value, but the price tag and the complexities of the trade could make it a risky move. So, what do you think? Is this the right path for the Canucks? I want to hear your thoughts. Share your expectations and frustrations with me in the comments below. Let's get this conversation going, as recent moves by the Vancouver Canucks have certainly stirred up some conversation among fans. And I'm here to dive into the latest developments surrounding Jonathan Lekkerimaki. After his first 5 games in the NHL, the team decided to send him down to the Abbotsford Canucks in the AHL. This decision caught many off guard, especially considering the uncertainty surrounding Brock Boeser's return and JT Miller's personal leave. Rick Tocchet, the head coach, shared his thoughts on Lekkerimaki's initial stint in the big leagues. He emphasized that they put Lekkerimaki in various situations, and while his puck game has improved, they want to see him show more instinct in the offensive zone. Tocchet mentioned, "I think we played a lot on him. I think we need to ensure we develop him properly." This raises the question, was sending Lekkerimaki down the best move? Honestly, I'm torn on this. On one hand, it's clear that Lekkerimaki has talent. Tocchet highlighted his shooting ability, but he also pointed out that sometimes shooters can get a bit stagnant, just waiting to pull the trigger. The coach's feedback indicates that Lekkerimaki needs to diversify his game, get involved more actively, protect the puck, and drive to the net. Those are crucial skills for any forward looking to make a name for themselves in the NHL. Sending Lekkerimaki to the AHL isn't necessarily a negative. In fact, it can be a golden opportunity for him to further develop his game without the pressure of the NHL spotlight. He'll have the chance to work on the areas Tachet mentioned and learn from playing against a different level of competition. For a young player, gaining confidence and honing skills is vital, especially in a league as competitive as the NHL. Now, let's think about the long-term implications of this decision. If Lekkerimaki can shine in Abbotsford, there's no doubt he'll find his way back to the Canucks this season. The potential is there, and fans are eager to see him succeed. The question is, how quickly can he adapt and implement the feedback he's received? If he can elevate his game in the AHL, it bodes well for his future and the team's overall success. You have to wonder, does this move signal a shift in how the Canucks plan to manage their young talent? It's increasingly clear that the organization is focused on development, and that's encouraging. But will this approach pay off? I genuinely want to hear your thoughts. Do you believe this was the right decision for Lekkerimaki? Personally, I'm a bit divided. On one side, I understand the need for development. On the other, I can't help but feel a sense of urgency for the team to capitalize on their young stars. And what about the impact on the Canucks season? With injuries and personal leaves affecting key players, how will Lekkerimaki's absence shape the lineup? Every game counts, and the team will need all hands on deck to stay competitive in the Pacific Division. It's a delicate balancing act between ensuring the team performs now while also nurturing the future stars of the franchise. So, what do you think? Are you optimistic about Lekkerimaki's journey in the AHL? Or do you feel he should have stayed with a big club longer? I want to hear your opinions down below. Share your thoughts on whether you believe this is the right path for him and how it might affect the Canucks moving forward. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to keep up with all things Canucks, don't forget to like this video, share it with your fellow fans, and subscribe to the channel. We got a lot more content coming your way, so hit that notification bell to stay updated on every crucial development. Thanks for tuning in, and let's keep the conversation going.